There it goes.
There it goes.
There it goes. Welcome to
Shit.
the show.
I never finished the background I was working on for the OP game show.
Whatever. Just make the Degrassi logos.
Yeah.
That's all we need. We'll start now. Alright, hello, welcome to Ben's OP Games, recorded live at 6 p.m. Pacific Time every Friday, twitch.tv/thegamefanatics. And today, like some days, I'm joined by Joel.
Yo, yo, yo.
It's funny when I introduce people, I do like a gesture with my hand as if you can see me. You cannot. You cannot see me though. I'll fix the audio, Joel, and I got that.
I can hear you. But
Okay,
yeah.
good. It's just I sound like a robot. That's not much different than my usual voice, so that's fine.
Yeah, you always sound like a robot.
Thank you. I'm just gonna ignore that and walk right past it. So
Yay.
we got a big old drop of gameplay from that behind closed doors Cyberpunk 2077. I had to think about
Yeah,
the
we
year
did.
for a second. What year it was?
Night from 1977.
Well, no, I was like, it's 2077, 87, because there's 76 with Fallout. So I got a little confused. Anyway, how much of this did you watch? Did you watch the whole thing?
I didn't, and I heard I missed I missed I guess the blades or something and all that shit.
Okay.
I watched a good amount of it to the point where I was like, okay, I get what's happening here, and
Yeah.
what I see, I'm excited.
It's kind of, I guess before I'll say, I watched the opening section where they go and rescue this naked lady and get her out, evac her, and then I started
Yeah.
skipping around and like, oh, they're talking to this person, they're talking to this person, all right, let's skip around again, and kind of some of the later combat stuff I watched as well. But I really don't want to, I don't want to see 50 minutes of
It was a lot. It was a
almost
lot.
any game. Like I've in the rare position where I have been in behind closed door demos at E3, and the majority of them are not 50 minutes. They're
Yeah.
like 10 to 15 maybe. And
Well, I've heard of them being like around that time. Like I think I've heard of people sitting in on 2 hour behind closed door demos or whatever. I laid down to watch it. Like I got off work, I put it on, I laid down to watch it while I just kind of chilled out, and I sat there for maybe 23 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. I
I don't know.
I get the gist of this. I don't need to sit here and watch it for another 20, 30 minutes.
No.
I just want to go play a game.
I think it's really cool that they're putting this out here for one, but
I
it
think
is
it's great. Yeah.
it is way too much. Like you literally could have trimmed this down into 20 minutes and I would have been engrossed the entire time, and instead it's the double-edged sword where I want them to show games when they reveal them and actually show gameplay, like what the minute to minute will actually be, and that's what you get here.
Yeah.
But I also, I kind of would like you to just speed it up a bit. I don't
Well,
need
I
to
think-
see all of this.
I think for me, like we've heard about this game for so long, we wondered what it was gonna look like. I see what it looks like. I kind of get the hang of what it's gonna play like,
Yeah,
and that's all I need. I don't need to see any more about this game until it gets closer to release. I'm
agreed.
good.
Now, you didn't get to see any of the driving if you only watched 20-something minutes.
No, I think I watched another video like on IGN because they broke down like each thing,
Jesus.
and so I watched a little bit of it, and it seemed okay. I mean, I didn't get to see like was there combat? I think there was some combat or something. I don't know.
They're driving
couldn't.
around, and then it was talked about as like a random encounter. Delphox is too busy doing nothing. Yeah. Sounds like typical day for Delphox. It sounded like a random encounter where it's like, oh, it's those thugs from earlier, and they just drive in a van, and you're playing as whoever you are, and she's like, take the wheel, and she gets out and starts shooting him from the thing, from the side of the window. And that looked really cool because it's so rare to see a game as detailed as this with like gun shooting in a car mechanics that aren't GTA in the space future. It was just a different look for it. I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of The Matrix slightly. When they do you remember The Matrix with all the car shit they did? I think it was the second one.
Yeah. You know what?
I need to watch that again.
I liked Reloaded. I didn't really like Revolutions a lot, but I liked Reloaded and I liked the first one.
Well, of course you'll watch like the first one. I'm gonna watch them again, and I'm gonna give the definitive review of these 10-year-old movies.
Okay.
If people shit all over the second two Matrix movies, I think they just need to chill out a little bit. But maybe not.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I like a lot of the seamless, just like transitions to gameplay, and then to like dialogue, and then to like something else that's happening next. Like, it just seems like a very, I don't know, just like very movie-like game. Like it's
impossibly open.
It's open. There's so much going on. It definitely seems very God, what's the damn word to use? Like, a lot to take on. Like, it seems very, I can't think of the word for something.
Like overwhelming.
It's the one that they used to always use for No Man's Sky.
Ambitious?
Yes, there it is. It seems very ambitious. Like, it seems like they're showing us what it's gonna be like. Like, hey, this is what it's gonna be like. This is what it's gonna feel like. And I just hope that it's, you know, it's not very linear. You know, like, I want to see, because even watching this, like, yes, it seems open, but is there just like maybe 4 or 5 roads that you can walk down? Or is it an actual open world, kind of like Assassin's Creed?
How do you do that in a city like this where there's buildings that are 100 stories high?
Yeah.
How do you populate this? How do you exist? Like, this seems, if it really is as big as they're kind of saying, this is the car part that I thought looked awesome.
Okay, cool.
If it really is that big, you could literally just wander around for hours and go to different buildings. It seems impossible.
And, you know, it doesn't need to be to where I can go into any building and go up any, you know, story or whatever. But, like, I don't know. I don't really know what to expect from it. I'm just like, okay, I like what I see. I can't wait for it to come out. I don't want to see any more of it. I know we're going to see plenty more of it. And I know it's probably not going to come out for another 2 years. But I still like what I saw. I think a lot of people are like, oh man, it's gonna be overhyped or all this shit. And it's like, everything's overhyped nowadays. Like, I'm happy with what I see. I'm interested in this game. It gets me more excited than Red Dead Redemption 2, which I'm still gonna get excited for, because that game actually does look pretty cool the more I see it. I don't know. I think it's just, we finally get a taste of it, and now, like, I feel at ease. Almost it's been such a mysterious game, and especially after all the E3 stuff, it's like, okay, I just want to see what everyone's so hyped about, and now I see it and I'm like, this is awesome, this is cool. I could definitely see myself playing this game. I like the vibes, I like the gameplay looks awesome, the world looks like gritty, like it's just a cool looking game, and I'm excited for it. But I know it's gonna be a long time, just like when they first revealed, I think it was The Last of Us 2, like when we first saw that first little trailer where she's playing the guitar, and I was like, I'm already excited. I don't need to see any more. I just know I'm gonna have to wait a while, so I want it out of my head. I want it out of my mind space.
Well, this was nice. They almost had to do this because it kept being talked about in such a way where it's like, if you waited a year and then showed 10 minutes of gameplay, this would still be hanging in people's minds. Like, they had to do this, and this is, I mean, they talked about it in the mission structure and all that in this part, where they met with this lady. They didn't have to meet with her. They took on this mission and they did it stealthily, and they didn't have to do that. They stole this thing, but they could have paid for it, but they could have done this. And I was like, damn, this sounds so ambitious. Like you said. It's crazy. I mean, I've been a fan since Witcher 2. So and based on Witcher 3, I think they can do it. They could pull it off. It will be weird. Like, Witcher 3 was, different sections, kind of different large maps that could be their own goddamn game, guys. they were so big and dense. I wonder if this is like the same kind of square footage, but it's just compacted and built upward, like it's vertically an open world. I'm very interested in how that works.
Yeah, I was watching the gameplay. Yeah, I mean, I think if anybody can pull it off, it's definitely CD Projekt Red.
Definitely them. Yeah. Look at the
this up, man.
spooky eyes with that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
And the eyes don't look crazy, like Mass Effect, which I'm playing.
Oh, I saw that. I really did. Mass Effect Andromeda gets shit all over it. It's a good game. It gets shit all over.
I'm enjoying it. I think it's got a lot of systems I still don't understand, but I'm getting to know. But I cannot get over the faces. Like, they are really bad.
I think the problem, because I played it on PC, and I think the console versions, not to be like a PC elitist, I think the console versions of that game really are a step down.
They might be. I'm enjoying everything about the game. The only thing I don't like, the only thing that takes me out of it when I'm like getting engrossed and I'm like, oh yes, it's fucking Mass Effect. The shooting's cool, the powers,
the combat's great.
Everything's awesome. And then I see like a cutscene with Ryder and he's like got his eyes rolling to the back of his head, kind of. He looks like he's it's gonna be bad. It looks like he's always in the middle of receiving oral. I just want him to have a helmet on or sunglasses.
Passively being sucked upon. Yeah, I don't think I had that issue.
I want him to have really dumb looking sunglasses on for the entire game. Because other than that, like there's a lot of other characters that are just random that don't have weird eyes. It's just his eyes that bug me the most.
I wonder if it's your creative character like mess with that too.
I know, and I like the game I started was a while ago, maybe like earlier this year. I wish I could have restarted it and seen if I could find something to fix the eyes. Maybe like if there's a tattoo that just blacks out his eyes, make his pupils black.
Can I play the game as a headless mass of flesh, please?
It's so bad. That's the only thing that's bad about it. Everything else, I'm loving like the story for the most part. Some of the characters are not likable. I just got to the part where you get the Liara lookalike as your partner.
Oh wow, okay, PB, yeah.
Yeah, this is the problem with the game is like I have not been focusing on it as much to where I don't know anybody's name. I know just the main character is obviously Ryder. That's it. I need to like really sit and play the game and read it. Like I feel like when I'm playing it, I'm like looking at half of it and then the other half I'm looking at something else. I don't know why.
I think that's...
And I'm staring right at the screen.
I'm paying attention.
I'm paying attention to the damn
I swear.
But yeah,
I can see that. I do think the game is really good. I was one of those things I wanted to go back to last year and play more of. I played about 25 hours of it. It's so weird because I liked that game a lot and I liked Battlefront 2 a lot as well.
Which I hear Battlefront 2 is great if you like just ignore all the microtransaction bullshit, which a lot of people do.
Well, it's gone. It's gone now.
But even before, like I think what happens is all the people that rage about it online and everything like that are all the people that are into like the video game industry, like we are. All the people that watch the podcasts and listen to the podcasts and go on Reddit and see all the rage. Like those are the people that are the ones complaining and creating all this shit. I mean, and it's well deserved in some cases.
In some cases, yeah. I feel like a lot of those people like didn't play that game.
Oh yeah, just like all the people complaining about the Spider-Man puddles. Like it's all people that aren't playing the game.
Yeah, and like Battlefront, I don't get into multiplayer games. I played 20 hours of that game online.
Yeah.
It's fun. I was never winning, right? But it's just fun to have a beautiful Star Wars game and to shoot space people.
That's what I thought of the first one. Like I really liked the first newer Battlefront.
Yeah.
EA's Battlefront. Fuck. I liked it. I played the beta when it was out, and then I got it eventually when it was released, and I thought it was great. It's it's a game that to me didn't have enough depth in the like progress.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's because I'm used to like Call of Duty and Battlefield. And I don't know, I'm at a point now where like I'm enjoying all these experiences I'm having with all these other games that I've started to drop a lot of multiplayer games that I was playing.
Hmm.
So I'm excited to be off that train, the multiplayer train. Fuck multiplayer games. I hate it.
Well, meanwhile, I'm like, maybe I'll go back and play more Battlefront because they're releasing some stuff later in the year.
Nah, you don't want to do that.
I
Too
do.
much to play.
Man, that space dogfighting mode they have in that game is excellent.
It does look pretty cool.
It's so good. Oh my god.
That's one thing I wished I would have played more in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Was they had the space battle stuff and the space missions and all that, and they were pretty cool for the most part. I just wish I had played a lot more of them. I liked that game. That game was awesome when it first came out. Now it's dead.
Now it's dead. Now you can't
Dying.
even play it at all. Well, I brought up someone on YouTube has footage of Spider-Man 2 on the PS2. So I took their
Great game.
Yeah, it is a great game. I took their footage. So this is Spider-Man 2. It's so funny because you brought it up. The whole missing Puddles, Watergate, if you will.
Yeah. The new Watergate.
The new Watergate 2018. It's so weird. Of all the things to get upset about, I mean, we see this so many times in pre-release trailers and things. Like, go back. One of the best examples is BioShock Infinite. Go back and watch the first trailer for that game, and there's like half of it has stuff that's not even close to being in the game.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
for
stuff. And I think that's part of the cycle. It's so weird that gaming seems to be one of the only like artistic whatevers where people are so invested they notice water's missing, and not only do they notice the water's missing, they somehow have a negative reaction to the water being gone.
Well, it's like the equivalent of people that go through like movie trailers or movies and like find tons of Easter eggs and secret shit, like the weird number combos from like Pixar movies that relate to Disney Studios and shit like that. We have guys that nitpick resolution on games and graphics and stuff like that, which is not like the thing I always think about is the fact that yes, a lot of these games when they're shown and trailers are made and gameplay's shown, like it's in development and a lot of the games are developed on PC first. So yeah, when they're starting to go to console, some of the stuff they probably have to take away, or maybe they're like it's causing the system to work a lot harder when it doesn't need to because we don't need this fucking puddle.
Well, it's like Watch Dogs. The original Watch Dogs reveal trailer has all this fog and shit, and it's like, no, we can't. That doesn't even make sense for us to have all this.
Yeah.
And in this instance,
it ended up being a fucking all right game. It was okay.
Sure.
And now all the people that are going to play Spider-Man, are you really going to pay attention to the puddles?
I mean, I wanted to splash in that puddle. Ever since I saw it, it was just this puddle, man.
No,
so much.
Spider-Man is not going to be splashing in puddles. He's going to get his fucking boots wet or his socks.
You know how much spiders love water.
Yeah, spiders love water.
They fucking love it. And they came out and said like this wasn't related to performance or anything. It's just we just removed the puddles. Because if you look at it, why does this building soaked in water?
Yeah, that's true.
You're like 50 stories up.
It's like under construction and
who spilled all this?
Yeah, it's dangerous up there.
It's dangerous.
The criminals hanging around.
Stop spilling water, Spider-Man.
Fucking, it's just dumb. Like I hate shit like that.
Yeah, it's weird that like Insomniac acknowledged it at all. Just don't even.
Well, they did it in like a funny way.
Sure.
I thought that. I mean, I say if you're gonna respond to people being nitpicky about shit, do it in a funny way that kind of makes them feel dumb, or makes them look dumb in a way.
Yeah, I like the image that came out where it was like this is a picture of Spider-Man in 2010, and it's just like a flooded like room with Spider-Man photoshopped on top of it.
Oh man,
it's stupid, and it's lets you know how just desperate and crazy people are waiting for this game.
Yeah, I mean,
where water.
they're always gonna be there. People like that on the internet that have nothing better to do than to bitch about something.
It's so weird though, because like I'm was really into Harry Potter, and I'm not a huge fan of like the last chapter of Harry Potter, but I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, like, I didn't do anything about it. I didn't freak out, and yet
You ripped the book in half.
we have petitions for Mass Effect 3's ending. Why do we as gamers feel so like impassioned about something
Well,
that's not even ours? It's
we feel
weird.
entitled. We feel entitled, and like,
It is entitlement.
and you're a consumer, yes, and you should be given, a product that you're promised, right? But you also have the option to, like, not buy it. That's why they have reviews. That's why there's like impressions. That's why there's, gameplay footage once the game's out that you can look at and to see if it's for you. Like, I think the people that get like mad about being in a way ripped off or like led on about the game
Yeah.
and then being disappointed are people that pre-order and buy day one. Where like I rarely buy a game where I'm like disappointed.
Yeah.
Usually by the time I get the game, like I know I'm gonna like it, or like I'm excited to try it and give it a chance. Like Octopath, like a game I have not touched in weeks, that I did really like at first, but in the end it ended up being not what I thought, and that's fine. I'm not mad.
No.
I wasn't angry about Puddles. I knew what I was getting, and whatever. Like I think if you're gonna complain about waters, you better buy the damn game. And like, I don't know, if you're gonna critique it that bad, buy the game and see if it's really that big of a deal. It's just dumb.
The puddle. It's weird to me that
Puddles.
I like. Did they release that? Was that flooded hallway in another trailer or something?
I thought it was. I don't know where. I think it was gameplay footage from E3, wasn't it?
No, I mean the new water.
Oh, I don't know. Are people even supposed to be releasing footage of it? I don't think so.
I don't know. It's just we have a really good comparison shot, almost as if.
Side by side.
Yeah, it was almost a side by side. So I don't know.
Were those in gadget videos or?
I don't know.
It's they do the side by sides.
It's a screenshot on Twitter. I don't know, but
Polygon does those. I don't know. Anyways,
it is definitely Puddlegate. Yeah.
Puddlegate.
I'm watching the Spider-Man 2 gameplay. I tell you what, that was a real good game, and I am very, very looking forward to this Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. I hope it gets good ratings because I like Insomniac.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it. I just I don't know what else to really look forward to after that. Like, there's a ton of games coming out. It's that time of year.
Oh, that's a lot.
But there's only really like two games that have really captured my attention besides Spider-Man, and that's Red Dead and Assassin's Creed, which is odd.
Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. Well, I know. I want to play the campaign of Battlefield.
Yeah, you got delayed, so that's good.
That's
You'll have more
fine.
time.
I'll have more
Got
time.
delayed by a whole month.
I can play Red Dead. It's kind of good that it got delayed a month because it was not in a good spot.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I might wait on Red Dead. I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna Redbox it. I'm not gonna buy it.
Are you gonna try the online?
If there is, I mean, they still haven't even said anything.
Oh, that's true. They haven't really said anything.
I might as well if I have it, but
Yeah.
who knows? It's one of those things. I have like 6 Redbox like free night rental things, so I just use them on games every once in a while. That's gonna be that. That's gonna be Red Dead. And I wasn't huge into the first one, but I played it late.
Okay.
Like a year ago, I tried to play it. I was like, oh, this game's way too old.
Wow.
Like on PS3, it runs
That was
terribly.
your first time playing it?
Yeah, because I was
Oh my
waiting for it to
God.
come out on PC, and it never did.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, after a while, you probably should have played it.
no, after a while, I just decided, screw you. And this was
okay.
after GTA 4, which I hate. And,
Okay.
so
Wow.
I was like, I don't really want to do this.
The only GTA game I've ever finished was, or two of them, 3 and San Andreas. I never really got into Vice City, which everyone says is like the best one of those
And
3.
people got really into it.
And I've never finished 5. The deepest I got into 5 was on the PS3, and then eventually the PS4 came out, and I'm still not very far in it. But I really like online. And I finished Red Dead Redemption, and I loved it. I never played the zombie DLC thing, the Red Dead Nightmare. But I don't know, I'm excited to play it. I'm not like super. I don't know. I won't be bummed if I don't get it right away. If I have to wait,
Yeah.
like then I'll be fine with it.
The thing is, I want to say, like, oh, I'll wait and see reviews, but everyone's just gonna fucking jizz all over this game. So
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna get from these reviews. Like, I just have to Redbox it and play it for 5 hours and see.
I expect like if Jason Schreier reviews it, he's probably the one I'll read above the other ones because he tends to be not biased on games. Like, I mean, I've seen him review some games and be like, it was all right. And everyone else give it like a 9 or
Didn't
a
he
10.
ever do that with Octopath?
I think so.
Yeah.
And damn, I should have listened to him.
Yeah.
Because I think I was trying to avoid any story spoilers, but he pretty much stated like these stories do not converge at any point.
The stories are garbage. I mean, I guess I need to play more, but
Like
I don't know.
that was the thing that disappointed me the most is the stories do not converge in any way. You get very little like interaction between the characters, and there's no intertwined main plot or anything like that. Like that's what kind of ruined it for me. I was like, I wanted to see these guys have to come together to battle something, world ending, or like, hey, we have to get together and save our area, something. But
Yeah.
like they're so, and I think it's because it gives
Disparate.
you that choice of the 8 characters that's why they did it that way. It's like you don't have to go and get the other characters.
Yeah. Well, and I think we talked about this, but a quote unquote better choice, I feel like would have been, hey, you start here with whoever and go to this town and get that person and go there. And then you're doing so-and-so's chapter 2. And then you get a third party member. And then you go over there and meet that person. And then you do the other person's chapter 2. Like, connect this whole narrative that you already made to where it is a party forming together. And you do meet all 8 throughout this adventure. Because the way you play it, the way most people are going to play it, is you get all 8 people first, right? You do their chapters, and then you go to start chapter 2 with everyone, and it just makes it feel like you've explored the entire map. Nothing's there. The random battles are too frequent. The battles take too long. I don't have any motivation to see anything because what you've shown me after 20 hours, or I don't know, 15, isn't compelling. It's just like, it's fine. It's the fluff. This is the fluff of the RPG that you get 30 hours in, but you're already invested in the characters by then, and this doesn't really have any of that at all, like to start with, or even 15 hours in. It's just not there. It's something off about that game entirely to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a hard time even touching my Switch since I've had that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe Into the Breach can save it.
I mean, the Switch, I knew when I bought the Switch it was just going to be the Nintendo. I know there's a oft talked about like Nintendo bias with games media, and I think it's totally true. People love the Switch. It is getting ports of Steam indie games from like years ago. That's not something to be like cheered about. Like, that's great, good. I'm glad these games are like Hollow Knight and stuff are getting to have a bigger audience play them, but I'm not going to support your console because you could play something I played 2 years ago portably now. Like, that's a stupid reason. So it's the Nintendo game machine for me, and I think the last, it was Octopath. Before Octopath, what was the last game Mario Odyssey? Yeah, it was Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, it's become the new Vita. I mean, it's the indie. I'm gonna say the indie whorehouse, but I meant Porthouse.
The indie whorehouse with good old Miyamoto. I think that's fine, and obviously it has tremendous success with that because not everyone is me who wants to play these games on my TV. Like, I want to play The Messenger, and have been, on my TV. I do not want to play this handheld.
Yeah, you need to tell me about the Messenger. I want to hear more about it.
Okay. So I've played about 3 hours of it. Should I tell you my story of my shitty day yesterday?
Yes. I wanna
Okay.
hear it. Not to be mean, but like I like a good story.
Here's my
I like a good
story.
build-up.
I had to be at work at 4 a.m, which isn't not atypical. So that it was whatever, right? It was just the time I needed to get up. Get in the shower. Take a shower. Get out of the shower. Power goes out. Ben's bad day part 2. This one, considerably less vomit.
Yes.
Considerably less.
I like those.
None, actually. So the power's out. The funny thing about my shower is the surge box or whatever, breaker box, is like right there, but my flashlight is way on the other side of the place. So I have to walk in the dark, all wet. I guess I dried off first, but I walk all the way to get the flashlight, then walk back to get to the breaker box. Look at the breaker, circuit breaker thing, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But one's tripped, so I, switch it off, switch it back on. Nothing changes.
Okay.
Right. So now I'm Googling things. Now, keep in mind also, I have 50 minutes until I have to leave for work. Right? Under that. Probably 40. And I have to get ready still. And whatever. We'll get to that.
Okay.
I'm Googling, like, what the fuck do you do with this? Is there an outage? Like, I'm Googling if there's an outage with APS, which is my service provider. And it doesn't really I don't see anything there. I see one thing is, take the breaker, turn everything off, then turn the main switch on, and then turn everything else back on. I'm like, okay, I'll try that. I look at the breaker, and there's nothing, there's no main on, off, right? I didn't see anything labeled main. So I just assumed it was the top one. I don't know. Top one, best one, right?
Sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
What?
No, I didn't hear what you said. Like the last part of your sentence, it like glitched out for me.
Oh, nothing. No, the circuit. I don't know what's happening with the circuit breaker. Nothing comes back on. So at this point, I have to go to work. Like I can't stay here. I'm assuming it's a power outage. When I leave, I see that like lights are on, but it's it's 3:40 in the morning. So it's like the pathway lights, and I just think maybe that's on a different system. Right? My one neighbor has this weird green light that's always on that I didn't see on, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe the power is actually off, whatever. I go to my car, and my car won't start.
Jeez.
So
even like the power went out on your car?
I know, right? Isn't that weird? The battery died.
Oh my god.
Which isn't that crazy. It's Arizona. Batteries last like 3 years here at best, and this was like 4 years. So, so fine, whatever. I live close enough that I can walk to work, but I have to take like a greenbelt type of pathway and like cut under the highway. So then I go back home, get my other key to unlock the like passage out to the greenway, whatever, and walk to work. Okay, so they were there. And on the way to work, I'm on my phone trying to go to APS to be like, hey, I don't have power, look into this, right? I'm typing in my address on this little submit a form and whatever. I know karate too. And I'm typing it in, whatever, and it says, we can't find this address. And I'm like, fine, whatever. If this is a power outage, which I think it is, I'll get back and it'll be fine. Get to work, whatever. I tell people what's happening to me. My one coworker is going to give me a drive over to my place and give me a jump. Yeah. And then I'm going to I was going to go to the dealership and get an oil change and all this stuff anyway. So I'm just going to take my car directly there after the jump, right? Get home from work. I had to wait 2 hours for her to get off work, which was fine because like I was like on the phone trying to get this car thing. I'm like taking a nap. I'm like, this is fucking awful. Go jump my car. That's fine. Go back in. Power's not back on. Okay. So it wasn't a power outage, it was just my unit, but I don't know how to do anything with that. But now I have to go to the car dealership or whatever, because I just take it to the dealership.
Okay.
I have to do that. So I drive over there to get the battery and oil change, all that shit. Then I go and I'm calling APS and I'm using their phone system and being like, hey, there's an outage. And it's like a robotic, press A to whatever to, press A. Press A. Press A on your phone, idiot. And I submit the there's no power here, right? And then I just keep going through the menus like, get me a person. Give me a person because I don't know what's option 2, right? If this isn't an actual outage. And I talked to this lady and she's like, "Oh, yeah, it looks like someone reported a power outage there. And it should be back by 5 p.m." And I'm all, "Do me a favor. When was that submitted?" She's like, "Oh, like 4 minutes ago." I'm like, "Yeah, that was me. So no one else submitted that. That was me." And
No one else is having that problem?
it's just me. And I'm at the car dealer. Like, I can't see the plays. I can't troubleshoot anything. I ask her, like, hey, how long does stuff keep in the refrigerator? She's like, oh, like 4 hours for the fridge and 12 hours for the freezer or something like that. And so at this point, I'm like, great, I have to throw away all my food.
That sucks.
Basically, I get the car. Now, the good news about the car, it runs super well now. Very impressed. What a new battery will do. Great job.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And its car wash was included, so it looks nice. Get back home, obviously still no power, but there's a note on the door because they did send someone out, and the note's like, hey, you gotta flip the main breaker switch. It's on the side of the building. And I had no idea that on the side of the building, you see the meters for like, because it's like a condo complex. You see all the meters. Underneath those meters are just power switches. Where you can just flip up the thing and turn off people's power if you wanted to. There's no lock on it.
Do it. Turn everybody's power on.
You could just do it.
Fuck it.
You could just go and do it. Do whatever the hell you want. So I go out there. Apparently they can't do it because it's like some kind of weird, if you short someone's stuff and it blows up, I guess, whatever. So I have to legally do it. I go out there, flip the switch, and it's like, yeah, it's in the off position. that certainly is off. And I turn it back on, and the power comes back on, and everything's been fine, but, it was like 87 degrees in there when I came home.
Jeez.
That's not great. And now all my, like, I went in the freezer, and I had this, like, ice cream tub, and you just, like, squish it.
Oh, no. Did you have to throw it away?
No, I didn't throw away the ice cream. I only threw away, like, milk. The milk was... No, there's no saving that.
That's okay. Milk is awful.
I love milk. The yogurt I kept because it seemed fine. And, like, the cheese, I don't know. I'm still... But most, like, obviously, anything, like, fresh is dead. But stuff like that, So that was fun. So that was my day yesterday. It was a great day. But
it sounds pretty shitty.
it was a pretty great day, let me tell you what. But I did get to play the messenger a bit today.
Yeah. So, how you liking that? I've heard really good things about it.
Really good. You know the like hook to it?
No. Well, wait. I'm trying to think about it. It's like a Shinobi-like game, kind of.
Well, the weird, like, if you watch any trailer for it, and I don't have footage for it, but I'm gonna stream it tomorrow.
Okay.
Then I'll have footage for it for next week. But if you if you watch the trailer, man, that train left the station. I'm getting old, Joel. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore.
I'm kind of like that too. I'm like spacing a lot today. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, right? So, if you watch any trailer for this game, it has this really cool kind of mechanic where you're warping into the 32-bit era and, like, back and forth.
Okay, I haven't seen that part. I've seen just mainly, like, gameplay of the combat.
Okay. Well, and I almost feel bad saying what I just said then.
No, it's okay. I've
Okay.
heard of that hook. I just haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, okay, well, that'll work. I say okay a lot. Anyway. I've played the game maybe 3 hours, like a little over 3 hours, I have not gotten to any point yet where I'm warping through the world, and I can tell story-wise that's what I'm about to do. And that would have been such a cool surprise. I don't know why they showed that off in the trailers. I don't know why they kept talking about, like, that's the really cool thing. The fact that
I heard about it a long time ago.
Oh yeah. But like that would have been such an awesome surprise if I'd played this game, which, by the way, is fucking excellent. I put the tweet out of like, this is the next Shovel Knight. This is so well done. I love the combat. It's not, it's not a brawler like Guacamelee on screen or anything. Most things die in one hit or 3 hits. Most things are one hit, right? It's just about kind of platforming and dodging and getting into it. And I'm not even a fan, like an old school fan of Shinobi and all that. So even if you don't have that nostalgia, this works. The mechanics you get, like the little gliding cape, and you get like a grappling hook thing.
Is it bad that I only like the Shinobis from like the Game Gear?
Liking really anything from the Game Gear is bad.
Oh,
Wow.
that's some good stuff.
The gameplay is super tight. It has this really fun mechanic where there's lanterns and things that you hit, and when you hit them, you get when you hit them or an enemy, you get another jump. So in the middle of the air, you're hitting these lamps so you can double jump. But then you could triple jump, like you just hit the lamp again and jump. So there's all these weird platforming mechanics and like setups where, like, oh, I'm jumping over here and I'm using 16 lanterns along the way to get there, to get this treasure, and then jumping back just because I have a continuous thing to attack and then jump, get a jump from it, attack, jump, attack, jump, attack, jump. That's super awesome, super fun. And like I was saying, I love that. I've played the game 3 hours. I still haven't gotten to that really cool selling point in the trailer. If that had been a reveal, oh my god, that would have blown me away. To see the game go 32-bit or whatever, that would have been awesome. And I'm very excited to see what it leads into, because like I said, I'm just getting to that point.
Does it eventually go 64?
Oh god, I hope so. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so cool. I want to just, and then like the last is like one screen, but it's just a photoreal painting of you on it. Like that's how the game ends. And the writing's really funny. The bosses are really good. I don't know. It's just a really, really well-made game. I want to play a lot more of it. And it seems like it's a pretty lengthy game too, with a lot of secrets and things to go into. I don't know. I have a feeling, like right now it's linear, but I have a feeling when I get the time whatever ability that I'm about to get,
Yeah.
it's gonna let me like replay stages and go explore or something. Because I've been noticing rooms and little patterns that I can't get to and get through, and I don't know exactly how to do that, and that's what I'm hoping it turns out into being. I really, really have been enjoying the game.
Is it kind of like Dead Cells, where you kind of have all these different like weapon unlocks you can get and
No.
different builds you can go with, or
No.
is it pretty straightforward like Shinobi?
It is,
Which
you have a sword, and you can jump.
Okay.
And I mean, you get other things. Like I said, there's the double jump hitting stuff mechanic. There are, like, you get a glide ability. What else do I have? I have like a magic dart thing. I have a grappling hook, like I was saying, which is super cool. Like it's just an auto horizontal whatever, and you can grapple onto enemies and walls and stuff.
Okay, cool.
I have had a couple of, like, I wasn't able to use magic the last time I was playing the game. I don't know why. Like, the Y button just doesn't work on my controller now
Weird.
when I'm playing the game. I don't know what that means. I hope the Y button's just fine.
It's just done.
Yeah, like, I hope I have the Y button for future games, because I would like that. But, whatever. I guess. This controller's all fucked up. Like, the bumper's all weird. I don't know. Thanks, Xbox controller.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Xbox.
But I totally
was watching,
recommend it. What?
I was listening to the Giant Beast cast, I think maybe a couple weeks ago, and one of the guys on there, he's like repaired his Xbox 360 controller like 3 or 4 times because he's had buttons just stop working or analog stick get loose or something like
Really?
that. Yeah, he likes that. He likes repairing them, but it's just like, wouldn't you just buy another one for like $30 instead of going through all the trouble of repairing it yourself?
I would actually look into why is this breaking so many times for you.
You're jamming it too hard.
I've never had a controller like this is the only time I had a controller break. I think it's just the game like glitching because I'm playing on PC and it keeps thinking I'm using the keyboard sometimes with the button icons. It'll be like press spacebar. I'm like I'm not playing with a keyboard.
I'm not doing it.
So I think there's just some key pressed on my keyboard that's fucking it up, and I can't press Y to to use the magic. But whatever.
It's all that candy you got.
That's not
all those jelly beans.
It's all the jelly beans I spilled all over my keyboard like a sociopath. It could be those jelly beans. It's true. Do you want to talk about Guacamelee at all? I know we both beat it.
Yeah. I mean, I beat it. I think. Shit, it was either Monday or Tuesday.
Did you 100% it?
I did not. I am thinking of. I'm gonna go back and do it. I just wanted a little bit of a break from it because like I've spent so much time playing Guacamelee and Guacamelee 2 the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
I plan on getting the platinum on both of them, so that would put me at 9 altogether. Because my goal was to get to 10 this year. I don't think it's gonna happen because I can't think of any other game that I would want to platinum.
Just play one of the Walking Dead games.
No, like the platinums I have are ones that like I know are not easy and also like that I enjoyed and earned.
Okay.
Like
I need to get the
Ni no Kuni was one that I enjoyed and I earned. Same thing with like the ones for like Infamous and Infamous First Light. What else? The Minecraft one I got one for like Minecraft on PS3. That one I liked because it was one that me and my son got together.
What are the trophies for Minecraft and how are you able to get it?
Dude, they're fun. So some of them are pretty basic, like build something.
Build a
But then
sheep.
there's some like get to the Nether, kill the Ender Dragon. There's one that's like there's some weird ones. Like one of them actually had to find a world seed, input it, and dig the exact coordinates so I can get to so I could find a saddle in a chest and then put that saddle on a pig and then have that pig walk off like the side of a hill or something to where it takes damage. Like it's a little convoluted, but there's always really good like tutorials on it or trophy videos for it.
Sure.
The other one was like build the Ender portal. I mean, some of the later ones were pretty weird, but like fun to get. And then they added a lot more for like the PS4 because they have like emeralds and townspeople and witches, and they've added so much more that I just haven't had the patience to go get it because it's hard to really play that game like vanilla Minecraft. It's really hard to go and play that game now after doing Sky Factory. So I won't go.
Goddamn Sky Factory.
Goddamn El Dorado.
I've never even played Minecraft out of like beta. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Like
Yeah.
a new update was when they like the Nether or whatever. That
Yeah.
was before, or I stopped playing before that.
Man, if you're ever, I'm telling you, I think that Sky Factory really is something like you should try. I think you would like it because it's not just Minecraft isn't boring when you do Sky Factory. Like you're playing Minecraft and it's like, okay, well, I guess I could build this and lay out the blocks and shit like that, or dig for diamonds. Sky Factory is so different because you're not really digging for anything. You're building technology so that you can get to a newer technology. And newer tech, like just it's building up to something. Like you always have a task to work on. You always have tons of different directions you can go to. Like it's nuts. I can't tell you how excited I am for Sky Factory 4 Game of the Year.
I don't know how there are 4 of these things.
Well, they just keep changing up the mod packs that are in it, and like some of the mod packs get worked on to where they are a little bit better, or they add new ones in. Like it's the guy that puts them together. He was testing. I think he was testing not too long ago. I don't know if it's ready to go. I gotta pull up the Twitch app that used to be cursed to see if it's updated in there. But I'm super hyped about that. That's one thing I'll definitely stop playing like everything for.
I will never play that. I will not, because I don't even know how I bought Minecraft so long ago. I don't even know how to register that I still own it or where I download it.
Well, if you bought it through the Mojang website. So
I think when I bought it, it was like on Notch's website. It wasn't even.
Yeah. Well, that's you just I don't know. Who cares?
It's unnecessary. Yeah, sure, fine.
I think you automatically get Minecraft for free with
what? With everything? Oh, Joel just disappeared. Well, that works for me. We don't need to talk about Minecraft anymore in this year. Minecraft, I mean, I feel like Minecraft has been around for at least 10, 15 years now. It's too much.
It's old. Oh,
it's
crap.
Too many
Can you hear
years. Me? Yeah, I get your back now.
That was weird. My Discord just like updated. Just like, I was like, why? Why did you do that? Fucking shit, man.
That's the man. Computers, they just really like to update.
Dude.
That's the thing that in the robots take over, they're gonna be screwed over by their own like just love of updating.
Yeah. Dude, oh my god. The other day I put off updating some of my apps on my phone, right? Just because I didn't care to do it. It was like maybe 2 or 3 days later, I went to go update it and it was like 14 updates. And I was like, holy fuck, dude. So I update all those. And then the next day there's 6 more updates. And I'm like, I don't have this many apps.
Yeah,
what's happening?
Some of these apps are updated multiple times a week. I just don't know what's happening. Seems like they should get their shit together, I feel like.
It's time to go back to flip phones. I say we do it.
That's what that means,
apps?
yeah.
I don't even like texting. I can't type on screens. I just can't do it.
No. They're not good for games either. This whole phone business has just been a weird aside. We need to get back to rotary phones.
Oh, we were talking about Guacamelee.
It's good. It's really good.
I thought it was really good. I liked it. So the only thing that made me really like it more than the first one, which if you read my review, I say this in it. I state this. The Pollo powers.
Oh yeah.
I loved the Pollo powers.
They're so good in this game.
They're so fun. And I like the little storyline. I need to go back and finish the actual storyline of the Pollo, like the golden egg thing. I wish it was a new game plus. I wish I didn't have to go back through and get each of my things, each of my powers to do like the hard mode. But whatever, it's not a very long game. I think I beat it like it took me like 12 hours to beat it, and that's just because I had a rough time in some areas, and then sometimes I left my game on for a little bit.
Some of the stuff, and especially some of the golden egg Puyo Tetris stuff are really tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to dive deeper in that game. I actually thought the platforming was a little more difficult in the first one in certain areas.
I think the optional areas are the only areas that touch some of the crazy stuff in the first one, because you're right. The first one I think was more platformingly difficult.
Yeah.
But this
there
one...
was one spot in the first one where I got stuck, and I probably attempted it like 150 times.
Yeah, and
still
it was...
couldn't get past it.
This is, like, stuff like that in this game is relegated to the side optional upgrades or the super late game egg challenges.
Yeah. These damn kids these days are so spoiled. Back in my day, if you got an arm blown off in war, you just sat there and took it. Fucking Delphox.
Yeah,
MVP.
well, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do with no arm? Not take
Delphox,
it?
is that Pokemon thing you play called Pokemon Showdown? Is that what it's called?
Oh, that's not.
Well, they talked about it on Kind of Funny Games Daily today.
Yeah.
They had some real poke dorks on
There
that
was
one.
some
That's for
real,
sure.
it was some real nerdy Pokemon talk there.
Yeah.
Shiny Moltres was discussed at length.
Yeah, Double. Yeah. Oh, you should go listen to that. There are people out there that are like you.
Just, just as Poke fan as you. Delphox just said he likes all Pokemon except for Pikachu. What kind of stupid opinion is that? How can you not like Pikachu? It's literally the mascot.
I think Pikachu's just been overplayed. I like Pikachu. I think Pikachu's fine. I like Raichu, although, he's eh.
Raichu's
But I like
garbage.
what is it? Alolan? Alolan?
Alolan?
Alolan Raichu's way better because he's on a surfboard the whole time, which is his tail.
That is better. That is
He's
much
fucking
better,
dope.
yeah.
What was I gonna say about Guacamelee 2?
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it. It's man, I fucking loved it. I'm trying to remember what score I gave it. I gave it a 9, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about
I
right.
don't remember. Yeah, I mean, the only real things I didn't like about it were some of the combat arenas kind of ruined the flow of the game to me. When I was having a lot of fun, like navigating certain areas of the map, and then it'd be combat arena, and then I would get fucking stuck in that area and have to go back and traverse that one spot again, and that part kind of would piss me off.
Some of the checkpoints, I think, like they were really good, and then there are 10 maybe in the whole game where it's like, nope, this was terrible checkpoint. I got to redo that jump. I got to redo this fight. This is not. I don't enjoy this.
There were some areas where there were too many checkpoints in areas that were not hard at all, and then other spots where I'm like, I really could have used a checkpoint right back there before I entered this room, because now I have to keep climbing up and doing this part again, and it's a pain in the ass. And then it got to a point where like I was having trouble with the platforming to get to that one spot I was already going to, and I was just like, all right, I'm taking a break.
Yeah, it was just a little uneven. Oh, we didn't even touch on like a lot of the comedy of the game is super good.
It's really good. Yeah, I liked a lot of the I started noticing the posters a lot more.
Yeah.
While playing it, and I took a picture of some of them. There's one that's like Solid Snake versus Ocelot, but it's like an actual ocelot. And then there's one, I think it was, I forgot, I have a picture of it. It's like God of War. It's referencing God of War. That I thought was really good. And then there's that part where they make fun of themselves on it, which was really
Did you see did you go find the meme cave or whatever?
Yeah,
that was good.
Cave. That part was really, because they were like poking fun at themselves at that point, and that was
really good. Did you? I don't know if you have to do it. The Final Fantasy.
The RPG part.
The RPG, man. There's just some really fun.
I thought that part went on too long.
Yeah, I agree. But...
that was my one. Oh yeah, it's called Papa Chico, and it's it's Kratos.
This little
Did
kid.
you see that one? Did you see that poster?
I probably did. I just, at this point, it's been forever since I played this game. It feels like the longest week of my life.
I'll post it in the Discord, but it was I cracked up at some of these. But I thought I love the game. I thought it was great. I liked the story. I liked the whole you're the last surviving Juan, so you have to travel through the freaking.
I gotta save the
timeline.
Mexiverse. Okay.
Gotta save that Mexiverse.
I like the aesthetic too. It's just
I like the darker tones of the
sure
color palette.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was such a fucking fun game.
It's just a really solid, really solid game.
Even though there was like very little like innovation in what they did with this game, like it was enough of more, but with some new to just make me like be okay with it. Like they added the Puyo powers added more depth to it, which really
that was...
to me like just was okay. Like okay, that's enough new to just nudge it into me being like super okay with that part. And I would say it's definitely my top 5 for this year.
Wow, I don't know if I'd go that high, but it is definitely top 10.
I haven't played as many new games as you. You've played like Dead Cells,
because I played
it, and I'm mainly playing a lot of old games.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta play all 1,700 Metroidvanias.
You do need to play Into the Breach.
Yeah, how Is it like Fire Emblem-y kind of?
It is more like Advance Wars.
Okay.
Remember Advance Wars? I think if you like tactical games, kind of like Fire Emblem,
Yeah.
and kind of like trying to think what else I could compare it
I'll
to.
see if I can get it on PC with the controller.
Well, yeah, you can get it on. It's on. I'm trying to remember how much it is on PC because that's where I own it. But I really want to get it on Switch because I think it's fucking ballers.
I just want to play with a controller. That's all I
Oh
want.
yeah, that's how you play it on Switch, right?
Yeah, so I'm wondering on the PC if they.
I don't know if it has controller support. I imagine it does. It is $14.99, so you can get it $14.99 there, or you can get it $14.99 Switch.
Maybe I'll just get on the Switch. It'll give me an excuse to turn the thing on. I'm worried about the Switch because they talk about it warping the base, and I have it always in the dock, and I don't know.
Me too. Oh, and I don't always keep it in the dock. I put it on my nightstand. It's literally sitting there with my Vita on top of it. Because I've actually played my Vita more than my Switch in the last month.
I tried to sell my Vita, and I'm like super lazy. Delphox is right. I don't have a life. I just play games. So I'm trying
Don't
to
sell it. Send it to Kind of Funny.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I tried to sell it to GameStop because they had like a deal where I could get like $50-$60 for it. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal for this thing.
They laughed you out of the store.
And they're like, oh,
Okay.
it needs. Oh, the serial number fell off of it because it's on a sticker on the bottom.
Do you have the OLED or
OLED.
Is it...
And I'm like, okay, so you won't take it. And then the next place is like, oh, well, we don't care about that, but the cable's messed up. And I'm like, I can't give this thing away. Dick,
Just donate it.
It's an OLED. I'm not gonna donate it.
Send me the Vita. I'll take it.
That's not donation.
I'll buy it off you. $20.
No.
Okay. I know this is probably like obvious. I will not let my friends borrow anything ever again.
Oh, I hate people. I mean, what?
Ever. And many reasons. I should have learned my lesson a long time ago. So
First grade.
when Last of Us Remastered came out, right? $50 at the time.
My family's
And-
hungry.
I bought it and I was like, sweet, I can't wait to play this. I started it up, I was getting ready to replay it, and one of my friends was like, dude, I've never played that game. And I was like, you've never fucking played this game? You need to borrow it.
Mm-hmm.
So I let him borrow it, never saw that game again. Every now and then I'll bring it up
Oh,
like,
I
hey
hate
dude,
it.
so you're ever gonna give me back my fucking game? And I don't say it like that mean. I'm not trying to be douchey, but I'm also saying it like kind of serious.
Like, come
Always
on,
make a
dude.
joke. And I don't know if he still has it. I have a feeling he sold it. I have a feeling that he sold it because at a certain point he didn't have a job and maybe he sold it for something. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. No, Delphox, I expect more out of you.
I do too. Don't be that guy. That's why I don't let anyone borrow anything unless I
Exactly.
expect to never get it back.
Now, my friend that borrowed Horizon Zero Dawn, different friend. Now, still has never given it back. Says he owes me a game. The only reason why I've let that one slide is because I have his Crunchyroll logins and I've been watching Crunchyroll for
Okay.
free for like about a year and a half now. So
That seems
that
fair.
one, I'd let it slide. He constantly says he's gonna either send it to me or get me a new copy of it. Whatever. I don't care. I don't plan on playing that game again.
I don't really need it, but it's the principle.
One of my other friends wanted to borrow my old Vita because I had the OLED, giant scratch on it. It's fine. I let him borrow it because I was like, well, yeah, dude, sure, you can borrow it. And he fucking messed up the charging port. So now it won't charge.
Oh.
And I'm just like, why?
'Cause
This is
people-
why I don't want any new friends.
No, I don't want anyone. You see these people throwing shit in their bags, and you wonder how they don't break everything they own.
Ugh.
I hate it.
But I mean, like the Vita's not a fucking $3 calculator. That was my original Vita. My OLED, my original that I got in 2013 when it came out or whatever.
70 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have the new Vita, the Slim or whatever, which I love.
Nah.
I love that thing. But yeah. Delphox, I'll let you borrow the Game Fanatic. Not mine.
Yeah, there you go. I agree. But
let this be a lesson to everybody in the world. Do not let your friends borrow anything.
Borrowing is for suckers.
Money, items, gardening equipment.
No, it's all a donation.
Yeah. Part of the bro code, I get it. You let your bro borrow something.
But if
if
your bro don't give it back, he ain't no bro.
no, he's a hoe.
It's a hoe.
I think that's a good way to close it up.
That's a perfect way to end it. So if you want to watch this show again with its inspirational tales,
We're here to help.
we're awful people.
Learn from us.
Learn that you can just turn your power back on with a switch on the outside that everyone can access. It's like when I learned the water valve shut off is just outside everywhere. You could just go into a neighborhood and just shut off everyone's water.
Yeah, I mean, you're not supposed to.
But shouldn't you fucking put that away somewhere? Like, hide it a little? It's just, like, right in the open.
I mean, you can, but people have to be able to get to it in case you're, like, flooding the neighborhood or there's, like...
I guess.
Some sort of emergency. People need to be able to get to
it. I mean,
it.
I don't think people know. It must not be super common knowledge, because some dumb kid would go to every house and just flick off all their power.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I never hear about that happening. Because no one must know. No one must really think about it. Like, the only people who know it are, like, homeowners. And they're not going to do that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like... Well, I mean, it's different. Like, because, like, for my house, in order to shut off, like, the water to certain bathrooms, right? Those valves are under the sink.
Yeah.
Or they're behind the toilet or whatever. But
there's, like, a
circuit breakers are different. Like...
Yeah,
to turn off the... It's so weird. Like, like if we're ever to work on stuff upstairs, we just shut off everything upstairs. We don't risk it because it's like compartmentalized in a way. Like, this is the attic. This is the...
Yeah, that's how it's labeled.
This side of the house. And it's like, no, we're just going to shut off everything because I don't want to get electrocuted today.
Not today, electricity.
Not today.
I'm winning this round.
But yeah.
All right, well, join us next week as we tackle Speederman. I know all have played it a little bit. Very excited to play that game.
And happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day weekend. I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So.
I don't work Monday. I do work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And most likely, they'll probably try to get us to work Saturday to make up for Monday. That's how things go. And don't join them next week.
Don't join them. Shut up, Delphox. Well, you wait till we shit on more Pokemon. Anyway, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Merry Christmas. Pokemon suck, except for Pikachu. He's the best. Pika Pika.
Pika Pika.
Delphox he had to have seen the stream I did of Pokemon Snap.
I think he watched